welcome to Accompanied by Jess. My name is Jess, and on this platform we share the deep hidden secrets of the youth today and what we have been hiding deep within ourselves. But today I'm here to unravel and to share these stories, these delicate secret stories of people's lives. And due to the sensitivity of the nature of the stories, I'm going to give false names, and I'm going to kind of cover up for those people because they've given me their information with confidentiality. So let's get started. So today I have a story about two young females and their best friends. One of them's named Sharon and the other one's named Rachel. They've been best friends for 8 years, have literally grown up together, went to school together, but obviously in their journey reaching towards university, well, let's say after college, they separated ways. So one of the girls is named Rachel, and she was the one that actually reached out to me, and the other one's named Sharon, and they separated after college. They studied together and then they separated. Sharon took a path of modeling and Rachel took the path of going to university and studying economics. So I'm here to present Rachel's side because she actually told me, as the title says, she claims she's my best friend, but she hates me. And she's been feeling a lot of hate from her best friend Sharon, and this is just due to a lot of things. The incident definitely started when Sharon started doing modeling. And obviously with the incidents that was happening with modeling and obviously evolving and growing, she became very successful at it and very well known. And Rachel, continuing in her studies, was doing very successfully in her studies, you know, normal uni student, but she was also losing her best friend. However, Sharon was obviously, as a model would be, you have to hold events, you need to network, you're out all the time, and you know, they weren't always together. So at some point their relationship was crumbling. So that's where it started in terms of just the associates that Sharon had in that time. However, an incident did happen in their history just before they branched off, was that they were friends, and it had happened that at some point they took a break in their relationship as things weren't going really well, in terms of just that Sharon just wanted a bit of a distance from Rachel due to the fact that she felt like she needed just that space to evolve and grow. And in that time, they were working with a young man, and he was really, in terms of working, I'm saying in college with the same guy, working in school with this fellow guy. And Sharon had found interest in him and introduced him to Rachel. So in that time, Sharon did eventually go abroad, and she went on holiday. And Rachel had now got to know this young man, and they started to talk. They were getting to know each other, and Rachel and the guy started getting along. They started getting along very much, and eventually they pursued and they got into a relationship while Sharon wasn't in the country. And now their relationship didn't run for long. It was probably like 4 months, 5 months. And then Sharon had already come back. She's settling back. She's just getting herself ready into college and everything like that. And they had already had their relationship and kind of split ways, but there were still emotions involved. It came that the guy now had insecurities and started going out with Sharon. But nobody knew of their relationship in terms of in secret. They were just dating, they were just doing their own thing. Sharon hadn't told Rachel, Rachel didn't tell Sharon. And Sharon, before leaving and having come back, did speak to Rachel about their relationship, about not a relationship, but how she liked this young man. And so Sharon opened up to Rachel and said, I like this guy. Obviously I introduced him, but I really like him. He's a good guy. And Rachel never said anything. She was just like, oh, okay. So pushing the story forth, it came to a point where the guy now came back and they were both seeing the same guy, and Rachel hadn't told Sharon nothing, but they were both seeing the same guy for a bit of time. And Sharon's heart was now heartbroken because she's feeling like, I'm giving this guy everything and the guy's not responding. And likewise with Rachel. So in the end, they found out that they were dating the same guy, and from that point it was as if their relationship was rocky. They appeared to have gotten over it, and Sharon did forgive Rachel, because it was a bit sad, like, you know, your best friends introduced you to someone, she liked the person initially, and then you ended up liking the person while she's away, and then you broke up, etc. So they continued their path. Sharon then goes into modeling. Rachel continues in her economics, and she's near enough graduation. She's moved on, and she's now with a new guy. And the new guy's called Luke, and she's literally in love with this person. They're getting prepared and ready. You know, she's literally becoming very successful. Sharon has maintained her roles, but she also has changed as a person due to the people she's been around in modeling. Various of incidents that I've seen that Sharon has told, Rachel had told me in her email, was that Sharon would have moments where she would just get out of nowhere, just be completely angry with her for no reason. Like, Sharon would just get onto her for no reason, argue with her for no reason, and it makes her feel as if her best friend, like, their relationship has crumbled after that incident with the guy. She's also had moments where Sharon had messaged her boyfriend Luke, who she's actually her fiance, and had tried to find ways to kind of interfere in their relationship by selling lies and telling these different things to pull them apart. Obviously, in this time, Sharon isn't in a relationship. She's not seeing anyone. She's literally a single model. And obviously, having been a model, you're looking for somebody also to be in a relationship with, also to be devoted with, but it hasn't been working out for her. She now sees her friend also engaged, and she feels jealous. So Rachel did tell me all these things, and it's been really, really rocky in their relationship. There was text messages of threats from Sharon to Rachel, random threats, like, oh, if you don't do a particular favor for me, I'm going to tell Luke everything. And sad to say, but Luke doesn't know the entire truth of what had happened between Sharon and Rachel in the sharing of the past of their friends. There were moments as well where Sharon needed money, and despite her success, she ran out of money, and Rachel would actually lend her a bit of money and just, you know, be a supporting hand. And Sharon wouldn't appreciate it. She wouldn't appreciate it. So their relationship has been rocky in terms of that. And so therefore, you know, this is what Rachel has opened up to me about, and she just really expressed herself, and she just said, you know what, I don't know what to do. I really love her as a friend. I'm apologizing for everything I've done. You know, not everything in our past friendship and history was something I was meant to do. I wanted to protect her, hence why I didn't say anything. I too was in love with the same guy. But she feels that she's in a place where her best friend really hates her, and it's kind of like she's questioning, is she a best friend or is she a best friend? You know, should I consider her? Should she be in that title? We've come a long way of 8 years, our relationship. We haven't allowed, you know, certain things to hinder us. You know, we've come a long hurdle. And so she's come to me and she shared that, and I can't lie, I'm quite taken away, to be honest with you, and I don't even know what to say, because sharing the same guy as friends will cause a bit of war between the two. And especially if one has moved on and that person was probably the person that hurt her the most. And I just want to say, Rachel, thank you so much for your honesty. Literally, it takes a lot for you to come out and to say that, okay, I did this, you know, behind my best friend's back, and I apologize, and I did the best that I can to rectify our relationship. But I still feel like there's still rocky ends, and I don't want to let go. This is an 8-year investment, and I'm coming near to at the end of my university days, and you know, that's what it is. So I really commend you for your bravery to come out and to speak about it openly and to just share your story. Now, on my terms, in terms of this, knowing if two friends have already shared the same guy and already, you know, it's come from that place, there will always be, like I said, a bit of, you know, competition, and it will always be there, like a bit of resentment, a bit of hate, a bit of hatred. And obviously for Sharon, you need to be understanding that she brought the two of you as friends together in college, and she was the one that kind of initiated that friendship. She was the one that kind of said, okay, you know what, this is so and so, you know, etc. And she was very open about her emotions to you. And as a best friend, Rachel, you know, at that time, you didn't really think anything of it. Now, fast forwarding, you have to take a really good look at your friendship and just see, is this something that's gonna continue to go through these battles and fight? And you have to actually see, okay, should I just give it a break and be at peace with her, you know, despite she takes a lot of her anger out on you. I can't lie, you just have to be patient, to be honest. You can't do much in terms of talking back to her, not necessarily talking back, but retaliating against her. It's a hard situation to be in. It's hard, and I'm sure you feel guilty, and I'm sure you feel like, oh my goodness, you know, you feel like, wow, like, what kind of best friend am I? I'm very sure it affects your self-esteem and how you feel. So yeah, but I would commend you both for the fact that you've held down your relationship, in terms of, despite that you haven't allowed the guy to interfere, and that's the most important part. And I believe that, for me personally, strive for that relationship. Remind of what you've gone through, remind each other of the good times, you know, take short breaks, go away on holiday, you know, and just build up that love again and try to overlook it. I believe that things like that will take years to repair, in terms of trust, because it is a lot of trust that's been broken, you know. So it will take time to repair, and it will take time to mold it back on. But you have to be patient, Rachel. Like, you just have to be so patient and deal with it. And in time that you're getting engaged, Sharon will also feel like you've come in and now you're engaged, and now you're going and you're living the happy life with a different guy, and it's easy for you. So be aware that there will be times of jealousy, times where she'll look at you and she'll feel like, no, I don't like you, etc. So you just have to be patient and uphold that. And that's all I can tell you right now, you know. Just be patient, observe yourself, you know, do the best that you can to change as a person. And I believe that it's molding you to be someone better tomorrow, and not to fall into those mistakes again. And remember, your story is an encouragement for somebody else who's probably made worse mistakes, or the same mistake, or is about to make a mistake. So it's all, life is a learning curve. Life will teach you and educate you so much, and it's just down to how you perceive it. But as for your relationship, keep on holding on to it. So that's all I can say, to be honest. Yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure for watching Accompanied by Jess. I'm so happy and so glad to be back on this platform, and I'll definitely be back next week. Keep tuned and keep watching. If you have any inquiries, or you want to share your story today, please email me at accompaniedbyjess@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.